Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well. Today's vlog is going to be a little bit different because I just need to have a sit down on this channel and talk to you guys about the future of this channel and what's going on YouTube related worldwide. It's quite concerning, and it 100% affects the future of this channel and how things are done from here on out. If any of you have heard about these new COPPA laws, well, they're not new COPPA laws, they're not new laws, but what has happened is the United States Federal Trade Commission has found that YouTube was in direct violation of what's called the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, COPPA. What this law is that it's an internet law that protects or prohibits companies from collecting privacy data from children 13 years old and under. YouTube was in violation of these laws. So what's happened now is YouTube is now requiring, well, the FTC and YouTube have created or have come up with a $170 million agreement. And part of that agreement is that we as creators have to comply with these laws. I can't begin to tell you the amount of reading and research that I have done over the past weekend, over the past few weeks. So here's the gist of it. That according to these new requirements for YouTube, whenever I create content, I have to note if this content is for children or not for children. When I first read an overview of these COPPA laws, I thought, well, my content's not for children. When I look at my statistics, the people that are watching my videos are people that are around my age and older. So like mid-20s up until the 80s, because you have certain, we're given information on certain demographics of who watches, how many men, how many women, which country is the greatest in viewership, etc. Like how many subscriptions you get in a month, just all that little stuff. This is stuff that I don't talk about because, to be honest, I don't care a whole lot. My demographics support the fact that the people that are watching my videos are between this certain age range and this certain age range. And I do talk about some adult topics and things like that. So I first went into this saying, oh, well, I won't be affected by this because I don't make content for children. Like my kids are not, we're not doing like toy reviews or toy things, and we're not doing, I'm not making content for the purpose of entertaining children. So I thought, okay, this doesn't really affect me. However, once I really started looking into it, it puts things like family vloggers in a very difficult situation, because even though I'm not making content for children, I do have children that are under 13 years old in my videos. So naturally, as parents with young children, we do a lot of things that are more kid friendly. I'm not going to rave clubs, and I'm not doing things that are deemed inappropriate for kids. I go to the park. I go to the aquarium. I film Christmas and my kids opening Christmas presents and birthdays and Lego World, and all of these things would be considered content for kids, even though I'm not making content specifically for entertaining children. And you guys probably know what I'm talking about. There are tons of little children's things and content specifically for kids. So here's what happens. As of January 2020, before January 2020, I have to go through each and every video that I've ever posted. Now guys, that's 5 years of videos from every day. You can do the math, tons of videos. And I have to mark if that video is for or not for children. Now, like I said, my initial reaction was, well, I'm not making videos for kids, so I'll click not for kids. However, if I mark that any video is not intended for children and the FTC finds that it is for children, I can be fined $42,000 per video infraction. For one video that I mark as not for kids, that they decide, actually, Mrs. Wenger, this is for children, I could be responsible for paying $42,000 to the Federal Trade Commission because I'm not in compliance with these laws. If I do mark that videos are for children, then here's what will happen. There will be no ads on my channel, which doesn't happen anyways because I don't get monetized for my videos. I don't have monetization on my videos anyways. So in terms of ad revenue and making money off videos, that doesn't affect me. I really feel for people who do rely on this as a job. So that doesn't affect me as much. However, things like creating an end slate, things like comments, my comment section will be disabled. It will be very difficult to find my videos now or once this goes into effect. And I mean, that's basically the end. Like, that's basically the end of my channel because I won't have comments. You won't be able to search for Meet the Wengers. You just like have to know essentially that where my channel is and find it. It's very detrimental because comments, that's how I communicate with so many of you. And the thought of not being able to read your comments and not having that dialogue with you guys that's really difficult for me. I'm really trying to not get emotional about this. I'm really trying to just talk to you guys. But I don't know what the alternative is. If I do say that my videos are not for kids, then I have to go through and delete every video that my kids are on, and they won't be able to be featured on my channel ever again. And that completely goes against why I started the channel in the first place, of being able to connect with my family thousands and thousands and thousands of miles away. I'm struggling immensely with this and what to do. I cannot be charged $42,000 per video. And you guys, like I said, you know how many videos I've put up. Just think of the math. I feel extremely frustrated. And here's why. Earlier of this year, YouTube made this big thing about making sure that content that you're uploading is family friendly. So if you talked about, if you used bad language, if you talked about inappropriate or very mature topics, more than likely your video would get demonetized. So you probably have heard other YouTubers say, oh, I'm gonna get demonetized for this. Well, that's because they're talking about something that's not family friendly. I have always kept my head above all that. My content has never been anything but, I would say, relatively wholesome content. We're a family, first of all. These are our family memories. So, of course, I have that responsibility of knowing that, I mean, my own children watch our YouTube videos to go back and remember good times in their lives and happy events. And I have that understanding that more than likely other people, even though children are not my demographic, children might be in the background of a home listening while their parents are listening to a video, or children might be around watching a video with their parents. So YouTube had this whole family-friendly push, like making sure that content on YouTube is relatively clean. Now creators are being penalized for that. And it's like, so I haven't done anything wrong, and I have kept my head above the dirty muck that goes with YouTube, and yet I'm still gonna get punished for this. And I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. I'm just saying a collective we are getting punished for this. I'm very confused about what's even happening, because I didn't even know that children under the age of 13 could have their own YouTube accounts. Like, I thought that was, I didn't think that was even allowed. I mean, goes to show how little I know. I didn't even know that was allowed. So I don't know where all of this collecting data from children, like, I don't know where any of that's coming from. But what I can tell you is that I know of very big YouTubers, and I know of young children that watch those very, very big YouTubers, and their content is very mature. Bad language, I mean, think of the whole gaming community. I mean, gamers use lots of bad language, and lots of kids watch gamers. I mean, just to name one example, some intern from the FTC goes and looks at some gamers' content, and the gamer's cursing up a storm. Oh, well, this is obviously not child friendly. This is obviously not content made for kids. Even though lots of kids watch that content, they will probably be okay. But if somebody looks at my channel of me taking my daughter to the aquarium, well, you know, it's a mother taking her little girl to the aquarium, and, you know, kids could watch this, $42,000 fine. This whole thing is absolutely idiotic and moronic. And while I'm not saying that children should not be protected, they absolutely should. The way that this is going about itself is what I find the most alarming. It really hurts people across the board. It affects, I mean, anybody, really anybody that could potentially have family-friendly content, arts and crafts, I mean, all kinds of stuff. What it's gonna do specifically is I don't think I have any other choice than to say that my channel is, it's content for kids, even though it's not. I don't make these videos for children. And so what that means is that effectively, as of January 1st, 2020, I will no longer have a comment section. I don't know how you guys will find the videos. Yeah, and that's in order to save myself from having to potentially pay $42,000 per video in fines for breaking this law. This is a well done to YouTube, well done for completely mismanaging this situation. YouTube's had a lot of problems in the past few years when it comes to children's content. I think YouTube thought they were trying to be really business savvy and kept thinking, oh wow, you know, let's formulate our algorithm so that things are attractive for kids to watch, since they have the time to watch things on YouTube. And I think this has really bit them in the butt. And now, unfortunately, YouTube, rather than saying, we really messed up, we are sorry to our creators for what we've done, they are hiding themselves. There's nobody that I can talk to. I get one little help page that gives me the laws basically, but there's nobody I can talk to unless I myself find legal counsel. And they're basically saying that now it's up to our creators to fix this problem for us, and the creators will then pay the fine. And it is absolutely it's disgusting. And I'm gonna say something, not in defense of YouTube, because I'm not defending YouTube, but obviously there's a lot of stuff on YouTube that probably shouldn't be on YouTube. With that said, there's not a thing that my children watch that Roman and I, or one of us, have not already screened ourselves before letting the children watch it. Why? What they view matters to us. We don't really even let them watch YouTube, aside from our vlogs, because I know that there's stuff out there that I just don't want my kids to see. So when they do watch television, which they have a certain amount that they're allowed to watch in the week, when they do watch television, I make sure that it's something like Netflix, where there are no ads. It's Netflix. You're getting the actual program, and they're not just able to run freely with an iPhone or a tablet or anything, or a computer. Or they watch a channel here in Germany called Kika, which is also ad-free, and it's basically like German public television for children. So they get Sesame Street. And even still, even if it's a video that Roman and I are not familiar with, or a show that we're not familiar with, we watch everything before we let the kids watch it, because you have to take some responsibility for your own children. We're the only ones raising our children, so we have to be responsible for them. And part of that is what are they watching? What are we allowing into our home? I'm irritated, I'm angry, I don't really know what to say or what to do. Roman said, well, there are other video platforms. Yeah, there are. And maybe that means we'll be moving to those platforms slowly but surely over the next few weeks. I don't know. I hope it doesn't mean it's the end of the channel, because and this is where I get really upset, because I feel like YouTube is ending my channel. That's what it feels like to me. I started this channel in 2014 as a first-time mom to a 5-month-old baby boy who was alone in Germany, incredibly depressed, dealing with a new diagnosis of lipedema, dealing with postpartum depression and anxiety. I was sad, I was alone, and YouTube was this amazing thing that opened me up to all of you. And there are many of you who have watched these videos, you've seen Callum's first birthday. You watched Linnea be born. You were there when we moved to London and when we moved back to Germany. I mean, you've been a part of birthdays and Christmases and holidays, and the idea of not being able to have that anymore is really scary to me, especially since I don't have a village here. And I'm about to have a baby, and it kind of feels like, is history gonna repeat itself again? You know, something that Roman thought about is maybe creating a website, my own website, where I post videos to my website. I don't know. I mean, maybe I can design a website somehow and make that happen. I don't know. I don't know the specifics yet. Like I said, I'm still going through the current COPPA laws and what I have to do to be in compliance with that. What I will say is that there is a change.org petition that that's going around, and I've seen a couple of other YouTubers ask that their subscribers sign this petition in hopes that maybe YouTube and FTC can work something else out to where it's not so detrimental for us as creators. I will link that petition down below so that you guys can click on it. You can sign it anywhere in the world. I signed it here in Germany, but I think it was originated in the US. So I have signed it. I'm literally just a mom that happens to have a camera, and I post our lives on the YouTube platform, and we share it with all of you that we consider our family. So it's like, I don't know what's going to happen, but I definitely needed to sit down and make this video for you guys and talk to you guys while I still have the comment capabilities. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you don't want to write something in the comments, feel free to send me a private message. Meet the Wengers. We're also on Facebook, so find us on Facebook. All of our information is down below. My Instagram, our Facebook, literally everything is down below in the description. So please find that. Please get in touch with us. We do get support from Patreon, so Patreon is also down below in the description. The Patreon money is used for the channel to keep up with the channel and the cost of maintaining a channel. If you wish to be a patron of our channel, feel free to find the information down below. It's obviously not a requirement, but I mean, I do get messages periodically from people asking, you know, how can we be a part of your channel in a different way, or how can we support your channel, just whatever. So that information is all in the description, and I'll just keep you guys informed. But like I said, I just wanted to sit down and talk to you, and thank you for being a part of this, for the last 5 years. I don't want it to be the end. I want this to keep going. I want you guys to see our baby boy be born. I want you guys to be a part of Callum and Linnea's life. I want you to be a part of our family. So this is hard. This is really hard. And right before the holidays, it's really difficult knowing that come January 1st, there's this new legal thing just sort of looming on over everybody's heads. So thank you guys. I love you. I'm going to stop this for the day. I've talked enough, and yeah, like I said, just know that we love you, and I'm so thankful for your support in every way. We'll see you tomorrow.